Local 3 Sports. This is Friday Night Football with Ben Bobick, Samantha Casano, and Greg Glover.
Friday Night Football is brought to you by Food City. Nobody does food like Food City. And Sonic. Sonic.
And now, Friday Night Football.
Ooh, it is Friday night. And you know what that means. The most must-see high school football show in the Tennessee Valley is BACK back. Ever since we flipped the calendar to October, well, things have only been heating up. And something tells us it will continue to do so. Let's dive in. We begin with our game of the week.
It's time for the Friday Night Football Game of the Week, sponsored by Warren & Griffin, your local five-star law firm, supporting high school football for decades. We don't just put up billboards, we put down roots.
Looking at last year's season and where they both are now, you get the gist of why Christian Heritage and Chattooga have plenty of buzz surrounding their programs. And it's well-earned buzz as both have their eyes set on the playoffs, but tonight, their focus was on each other. It's been a while, if ever, since we've had a game of the week in Summerville, Georgia, and it's where we find Samantha Casano. She joins us live from Chattooga High. Samantha, how'd this one shake out?
Hey, Ben, yeah, you talk about star players in this matchup. Entering tonight, Christian Heritage quarterback Carter Triplett had already surpassed 1,500 passing yards, while Chattooga running back Zayden Cook had already amassed 1,700 rushing yards. Christian Heritage head coach Frank Barton said earlier this week that the key to a win tonight would be to stop that number 7. And boy, was his Lions defense up to the challenge. Chattooga back at home after 2 weeks on the road, welcoming in Christian Heritage. Lions are up 7-0 in the first quarter. Carter Triplett drops back and hits Charlie Idom for the touchdown. Christian Heritage goes up 14-0 after the extra point. And Lions are nowhere near done. They add another on the ground. This time, Triplett uses his legs. The QB keeper puts Christian Heritage in front 21-0 after one. Midway through the second quarter now, Chattooga finally gets on the board. Landon Willingham hands the ball off to Zayden Cook, who makes the easy run. The Indians able to get within 2 scores. But Christian Heritage is on top 28-7 at the half. Third quarter and the Lions are using the run game. Triplett gives it to Tylen Christopher, who moves to his left and finds the end zone for the first time. It's 35-7. And Christian Heritage strikes once again to begin the fourth. Triplett over the middle to Benji Mitchmerheisen. The Lions stay red hot with a dominant 49-14 win over Chattooga.
We just knew we were going to have to come in and run the ball. We shared the rock pretty good. I think everybody had a couple of touches, and we just knew that's what we were going to have to do to win.
You know, offensively, we had some explosive plays, and then we had some just drives that we had to run the clock and grind the clock a little bit. Thought our kicking game was good, and I can't speak enough about our defense to tackle that number 7. He's a really good player.
Barton told his team after the win that this is the best that they've played all season long. The Lions have now won 7 straight games, their longest win streak since 2020. For now, live at Chattooga High School in Summerville, Georgia. Samantha Casano, Local 3 Sports.
These Lions smoked them. When talking about 5A Region 4, it's easy to mention defending champion Walker Valley. McMinn County is always a threat. Ray County looks to be back. But guys, have we forgotten about East Hamilton? Well, they've reminded us by going 6-1 with a chance to take control of the region over the Stangs tonight. A lot of buzz around Kane star Jaden Haywood, and he certainly got most of the attention tonight. But don't you sleep on 5. Wyatt Miller follow the Buzzards into the end zone. The East Ham QB showing off the wheels. Walker Valley throws a lot of people in their backfield. If you could tote the rock, you could take a snap. And fam, Roman Yulo could tote the rock. Usually a threat in the pass game. Look at him go. Welcome to the Roman Empire. East Ham's going to be thinking about him all night. Kane's defense coming to life, though. Dawson Stum, flush from the pocket. And that ball was going to be out. And that ball is East Hamilton's. In the end, the Stangs create a long jam at the top of the region now as Walker Valley gets a huge 28-17 win over East Hamilton at home. Let's kick it to Harrison. Brainerd in town taking on Central in some non-region play. Listen, man, don't count out Big Willie style with the rock in his hands. On 4th and long, He just makes something happen because he's a playmaker. Willie Graves moving the sticks for the Panthers with their back against the wall, too, on 4th down. Speaking of which, bend don't break defense here. Panthers on the doorstep, but the Purple Pounders say, They keep Brainerd out of the end zone. Then they just do the logical thing. Get the ball to Ronye Watson. This kid is a human highlight reel. Must see every Friday night. What a catch. This one all central in the end as they shut out the Panthers 27-0 at home for a much-needed dub. Reggie Whitefield showed up for Chattanooga Prep and Hickson. Ended up at a vintage Big Ten game here. 0-0 late in the first half. Hickson trying to get 3, but this is going to be blocked by Amonte Thornton, who recovers it too. We go to the half with double goose eggs. Early third quarter, much of the same. Defense, Austin Jones trying to find someone. He ends up on the ground courtesy of Alfonso Revezo sack. Wildcats got deep in Sentinels territory in the fourth, going for it here, trying to score points. Luke Finch's pass going to be intercepted by Londion Kellogg, who returns it, makes it worthwhile since he passes the line of scrimmage where Hickson had been, and that would spark the only score of the game. Points at a premium, and it's Chattanooga Prep who gets it. 6-0 to win over Hickson in a barn burner. Let's go to the scoreboards for the first time tonight. Bledsoe County squeaks by Polk County on the road in region action. Bradley Central gets a region win. Boyd Buchanan won that game last night, cruising to victory in a fall break. Concord Christian over Copper Basin. St. Bernard over Grace Baptist. Giles County takes down Grundy County. McMinn County shuts down Howard for a region win. Huntland over Lookout Valley. Marion County bounces back for a region dub over Forest. Pigeon Forge by 1 over Meigs County. Notre Dame, Kenton County, we couldn't find the score to this one. Might still be finishing up as they were a little bit of a late start. Ray County shuts out Ottawa at home.
Here's your pick for the Friday Night Football Play of the Week, brought to you by Center for Sports Medicine and Orthopedics. We keep players in the game.
Let's tip the cap to Tyner's freshman phenom, prime time, Dion Edwards, going up top to make one heck of a touchdown catch. This kid is a freshman. Did we mention that? Making big-time plays on Friday nights in a place like Jasper, Tennessee, too. Not an easy place to play, our Week 8 play of the week. So let's kick it to the Bebo Strader. It's tough to freeze one here, but look at this. So I want to shout out the Marion County defender because he really was in great position. He just got through his hands, and this ball was tipped, but look at the adjustment that primetime Dion Edwards makes as that ball is tipped in midair. High points it still, hands all over it. And what's incredible to me is look how high he is off the ground. The ground's down here. He's up here. Again, did we mention he's a freshman too? An unbelievable play for Tyner, which proved to be pivotal in the end because they won by 3 in overtime. Dion Edwards, we're going to be seeing him on the show for years to come. And you know what? We may just see him on the show after this break. Much more Friday Night Football coming your way. Stick around.
Cheer on with the Friday Night Football Cheerleaders of the Week, sponsored by FMO Furniture, Chattanooga's newest family-owned furniture store.
Calhoun and Northwest Whitfield both moved down in classifications, and they just so happen to find themselves in the same region. The Bruins are having a great year, 6-1, but the Yellow Jackets know a thing or two about succeeding in 3A. And first place was up for grabs tonight in Calhoun. And you want to talk about a show? We got fireworks at Hal Lamb Field of Field Reef Stadium. The Jackets are home. Big one in the Hoon. For the Bruins to be successful, they needed their QB to be great tonight. And Gavin Knuckles sure was early. Look at the precision throw on the money to Cameron Collins, who gets a foot in for the Northwest TD. Calhoun looking to respond, and do they ever. The little poop shovel to Justin Beasley, and Beasley gets beastly. Look at this cat maneuver through the defense, and Justin Beasley goes bees mode all the way for the score. And Calhoun ain't done. It's the QB's turn. Trace Hawkins. This kid's a gamer. He sniffs the end zone like a dog at the dinner table. Calhoun is now in the driver's seat in the region with a 55-21 win over Northwest at home. Silverdale and Signal Mountain both having fantastic seasons. Why not mix it up in some non-region play? Seahawks QB Connor Jenny shows us why he's still Jenny from the block. This kid's going to be a force to reckon with for a few more years, only a sophomore. And he's got an arm on him too, wants it all, but Cannon Rogers just can't come away with the grab. Now, might as well try it again. This time it's Tanner Bain. Jenny with a strike up the seam between two defenders. The Seahawks, they make a little bit of a local statement. They shut out and blow out the Eagles 42-0 for a solid non-region dub. Now to Ottawa, where Tyner's hosting McMinn Central, and a region game could loom well for a home playoff game come playoff time. Chargers showing it up, and Tyner will take the ball in the momentum, and look who it is. Dion Edwards again, the freshman phenom with the pick. We told you we'd show you him again. He just keeps making highlights for the Rams. And now the Ram train, well, they're going to get rolling. Tyler Anderson, he's going to go a little bit all over the place here. He looks like he's just going to run it. But Anderson rips it, finds Azarion Collins in the end zone for the score as Tyner cuts the Chargers' lead to 2. But McMinn Central comes right back. Jake Gooden playing Gooden. He scores. What a ball game this would be. In the end, it's Tyner. And another close game. The Ram train gets the 29-23 win as they now have their eyes on a home playoff game in the home stretch. Back to the scoreboards we go. Red Bank 42-2 over Sequoia. Sale Creek over Pickett County. Sequatchie County shuts out Community at home. Oliver Spring, that's back-to-back losses for Whitwell. They take down the Tigers by 1. Kahala Creek, how about that? Their first win of the season, 36-0 over Murray County. Cedartown over Dalton at Harmon Field. Gordon Lee winning again. They're rolling. Gilmer over Lafette LFO. Big winners over Sonoraville at home.
It's time to catch all the fun on the Friday Night Football Fan Cam.
Well, you know what? We were so excited to go to Somerville tonight for our game of the week. It's only right we tip the cap one more time with this week's Fan Cam.
High school ball.
Big time for the Golden Eagle Band from Ray County. More than 120 members this year, a great halftime show, and new uniforms, so be on the lookout for those. Your Band of the Week this week from Ray County, the Golden Eagle Marching Band.
It's time for the Friday Night Football Band of the Week with Greg Glover, sponsored by Armor Exteriors, your locally owned, not locally franchised, exterior remodeling experts.
Big time for the Golden Eagle Band from Ray County. More than 120 members this year, a great halftime show, and new uniforms, so be on the lookout for those. Your Band of the Week this week from Ray County, the Golden Eagle Marching Band.
Cleveland wanted to play football so bad the last 2 weeks, they said, screw the bye week. We'll go play in Charlotte, North Carolina and get better. Now they're back at home, and now it's put up or shut up time for the Blue Raiders as they welcome in Bearden for a monster 6A Region 2 game. Cleveland at the goal line, and with a guy like A.J. Westfield, follow him. Braden Carroll does. That's as easy as it gets for the Blue Raiders. The Bulldogs, though, they played a really tough non-region schedule, and they show they're battle-tested. Drew Parrott, I said Parrott, to Demion Leval, and Leval is Leon. Bearden giving Cleveland a taste of their own medicine with a big play. Blue Raiders at the doorstep again, and it's Carroll again, making it look easy. Like the boss, Jerome Bettis from short yardage, son. But Bearden was able to stifle the Blue Raiders' big play machine. Case McGowan picked off by Ethan Couvetier. Bulldogs seal it from there as they hand Cleveland a big L, 38-19 at Benny Monroe Stadium. Our final highlight of the night, Saudi Daisy riding a 4-game win streak, playing host to East Ridge. Region game for both. Senior night, too, at Robbie T. Trojans cash in on their first drive. A great pull by Tucker Ross. Well, I guess you could say he, tucked it and ran. A lot of space on the left side, and he finds pay dirt as the Trojans open up the scoring 7-0. Saudi Daisy looked as if they were going to score quickly again, but check out the forced fumble by Daylon Caperton. Scooped up by Cam Pritchett. He has daylight. Pritchett down the sideline. Just tackled inside the red zone. A horse collar penalty sets them up. The Saudi Daisy defense holds strong. Initial pop by who appears to be Braden Murray. A lot of Trojans in there. And a lot of wins for these Trojans. 7-1 with a 42-0 win. Let me clear my throat for this because they are 7-1 after all. If you ain't from Saudi, you ain't nobody. How about these Trojans? One final time to the scoreboard we go. North Murray by 1 over Ringgold. That is a monster win for the Mountaineers. It could prove vital when it comes to a potential home playoff game out of that region. Adairsville over Ridgeland. Fort Payne over Gadsden City. How about Fort Payne? Plainview by 1 over North Jackson. A lot of 1-point victories and losses tonight. How about it? North Sand Mountain shuts out section. Pisgah 2-1. That's interesting. Has to be a mistake. This isn't baseball. This is football. Gunnersville over Scottsboro. Cherokee shuts out Andrews. We got one more, I believe, from North Carolina. Hayesville over Swain County. Murphy over Robbinsville. What a night for football as always. Next Friday, we enter double-digit shows for the year. Watch yourself, boys and girls. We hope you have a lovely, lovely weekend.
Friday Night Football is brought to you by Food City and Sonic Drive-Ins. We thank our local Food City for subs to feed our Friday Night Football crew. Get your sandwich party planner at your local Food City deli.